Hello all, my name is Mrs.Manasi Hande, Assistant Professor in the Department of Information Technology from Changu Kana Thakur Arts, Commerce and Science College, New Panvel. Today we will see React components. What are React components? So React.js components are the building blocks of any React applications. They are reusable pieces of code that can be combined to create complex user interfaces and applications, making development faster and more efficient. Components are reusable, independent code blocks that define the structure and behavior of the UI. Continuing with the introduction, components also support powerful features such as props, which is also known as the properties, which let you pass data from one component to another. Lifecycle methods, which define how an element should behave at a different stages of its lifecycle, and state management for better control over the data. Components give developers a lot of freedom in terms of altering the appearance and feel of their user interface while being consistent across all aspects or applications they utilize. Key concepts: each component handles its own logic and UI rendering. Components can be reused throughout the app for consistency. Components accept inputs via properties and manage dynamic data using state. Only the changed component re-renders, not the entire page. What are the types of components? So basically there are primary two types of React components: functional component and a class component. The main difference between these two is that class components have access to additional features such as lifecycle methods and states. Functional components. Functional components are simple JavaScript functions that return JSX. Functional components are simpler stateless components. These are also called as a dumb components. With the introduction of React hooks, they can now manage the state and side effects, making them more versatile. Here is an example of a functional component which renders a heading. So as you can see, first line is a import React from React, which includes the necessary libraries. The function first heading renders hello React, and the last line would be export default first heading. Here the component is a simple function that returns the JSX. That means whatever you have written in a return statement will be rendered on a screen. Class components are ES6 classes that extend the React component class. These are ideal for handling complex state logic and are best suited for applications requiring lifecycle management. So we'll see the example. So here is an example of a class component that renders a heading. To include the component, we must extend the components in a React application. So we must import it first. So import React as well as a component from the React library. Class first heading extend components. Here we will be using extend keyword to write our component. Now the render statement will render the hello world, and the last statement is a export default first heading. Thank you.